EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in the City of Angels. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on,
Williams being motion left.
45, White. Set, huh?
Off the play fake, Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
Love looking to throw it. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Short throw, he's got Kraft. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards, first down Packers.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
Ready?
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Jamel Dean who came up to make the tackle. You don't see that attempt, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
First down.
Here we go, set.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. They wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal. Here's Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Packers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Rams nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Hey, 5-0. Set. Hold up. 250.
To throw is Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, LA. 77 yards. And the Rams are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Really took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
A throw left side. It's hauled in by Golden. And he is going to have the Packers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack.
It's 2nd down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
33, yellow. Set.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That burst good for 20 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
7-7, our score after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Yellow, 43. Hut, hut.
Play action this time with Love. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A gain of second down and just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Love now. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
It's a gain of 8.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. Love from the gun. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the gun, here's Stafford. Short throw caught by Dosich. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throw left side complete. That's short. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
6 yards taken. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers' 42-yard line.
Alert! Alert! 22! Stay 50, stay 50.
Here's Stafford. That's complete to the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. Touchdown, Elway! Puka Nacua, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams have taken the lead. Now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Rams 14, Packers 7.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Okay, break.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Throwing. Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw now. Here's Love. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, 65 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Moody good with the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, we're having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's short. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
70, 65,
From the gun on 3rd down. 4. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with a 2nd down call after that type of a game.
2nd down and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Here we go. Set.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Yellow, 22, right, 97. Red, cycle. Right, white.
Now Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything to hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now brings up 4th down. And here's Matt Ariza now. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Rams will on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here and try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity, pushing downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up second down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
22.
Back to throw, Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Ncaa. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's good for the Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. He's got his line back out of the backfield. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Working out of the gun. Love. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Moody on for the field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The final shot before the break. Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Pass complete there to Ncaa. Now he's loose again. He may go.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Ncaa,
68 yards. And the Rams come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
So that one his fourth touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5.
Extra point forthcoming.
For the extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Next to score, Rams 28, Packers 17.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Here we go.
The opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want to get the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And Love wants to shift things around.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Love. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
That's a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he gets it down to the 32. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Ready?
On play action. Love to throw. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Come on, set. 60 ready.
Going back to Love. Got his man. It's Williams.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Jacobs. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the Rams' 6-yard line.
Let's go.
Love looking to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and could you imagine being in that level, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
Ready.
Love, this is 3rd and goal.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
43-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger.
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches when they talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant. Offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really high level.
They've been hot so far.
First and 10.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Omaha, ready to move. Set. 50, 20.
Now it's Stanford. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Lady. Hey. Stay 50. Moving hot.
Stafford now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
7-yard line.
Set. Pretty hot.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a little bit of space here. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Let's go now. Ready.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
7-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Hey, give me radar.
Play action. Stafford. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Easy. Like 7.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Ferguson. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the field goal
Joshua
unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
22-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they forced him to taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5. Not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
2nd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. It's Williams on the catch. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. That's taken in by Kraft. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
First down.
Here's Love. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Ready. 40 got. 40 got. 21. 59.
Throwing is Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
1st and 10.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to the zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
22. Waiting. 0.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He finds his man, complete. It's short. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 7.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
0. Like 7.
Here's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases send out the field goal team here.
Joshua
Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. So time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you think you're fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Love now. He throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
That is incomplete.
Giving big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. Shedding the tackle, that gives him some room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing. Love. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
And now Love going to change things up.
50 Fury.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. For the 2-point conversion, no good.
26.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead on the football, the clock right now, their friend, as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
At the 28-yard line.
All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drill. All that rapping, pay your bills.
Red 80.
They run it again with Williams.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
And that's a great run, and this is when you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now we give up the middle to Williams. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. Well, they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big game there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. His longest run of the game right there, and a pretty good time for it. A huge 3rd down conversion late.
Love the mindset. Love the way he flipped the switch late in the game, needed a big run, and helped produce it with great leverage from the offensive line. But you also know what happens, too. The defense stacks the line. So if you can break through that first barrier, there's usually plenty of room to run.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game.
The Rams are on to next week as we say so long, everybody.